I love this story. Now, last week, Ben Carson was talking about intelligence that he had about Syria. Now, this came up during a debate, and he said about how China was inside Syria. We're like, no, they're not. I said during the debate, I said, China's not in Syria. What are you talking about? You made that up, right? Because he doesn't have any idea what's going on. In fact, his top advisors say the same thing. I'll share that with you in a second, right? And he said, no. I've got to figure it out better than the White House. In fact, don't trust me. Let's roll the tape. This is what Ben Carson said at the end of last week.
I have several sources that I've gotten material from. I'm surprised that my sources are better than theirs.
You have intelligence better than the White House on Syria, really? Well, this is what I said at the time. Let me preemptively call bullshit. Okay, I guarantee you that whatever he's going to release is going to be a steaming pile of bullshit. Okay, yeah. What do you have? Drones in the sky? Carson campaign? Like, they barely have any staffers. All they care about is selling books. Somehow you were able to get better intelligence. What'd you do, Carson? You sent in a guy for a surgical strike?
Yeah. Oh God.
Excuse the pun. So later I went on to say that, this guy probably got it in like one of those idiot conservative emails that people send around. Oh, yeah, China's in there, but Obama's not doing anything. That's because Obama's from China. One of those stupid Republican memes he probably saw on Twitter. Right? So now I wasn't the only one calling bullshit. Here's the president.
What do you think when you hear someone like Ben Carson get up in debate and say, hey, this would be easy. We can take ISIL out just by bombing their oil fields near Anbar. That's what the general told him.
Yeah. What I think is that he doesn't know much about it.
He doesn't know much about it. But Carson said over and over in that press conference we showed you, oh, I'm going to release the intelligence I have over the weekend, and you'll be shocked. It's better than White House's, etc. And you saw him there. You know what he said today, now that the weekend has passed? Quote, oh, that was tongue-in-cheek. Just kidding. Loser! Loser! You weren't kidding. We just showed you the tape. Here, you know what? Go back to video one, Jesus. Play the tape again. Let's see if he's kidding, okay?
I have several sources that I've gotten material from. I'm surprised that my sources are better than theirs.
Yeah, we were surprised too. Okay. Oh, you're so pathetic. He said it again and again. There was no kidding. There was nothing. And now it's, I was just kidding around, right, guys? How could I have better sources than the White House? Just kidding, right? Oh, you're so embarrassing, dude. Don't trust the memes on Twitter, you jackass. You're running for president. Okay, now we go to Dwayne Carledge. He talked to the New York Times. He is one of the top of foreign policy and military advisors to Dr. Ben Carson. Now, he's got a ton of experience there. He's been doing it for a long, long time, so that's why they brought him in. Now he says nobody has been able to sit down with him and have him get one iota of intelligent information about the Middle East. Damn. Okay. This is a guy who they brought in to help him, and he's like, I'm trying to help him, but I can't get him to sit down and just concentrate for a second. I can't get anything through his head. This is his advisor. Okay. Meadite explains that Armstrong Williams, a close Carson advisor, said that Ben Carson, when asked about this, just froze because he's been briefed on it many times, right? Now, that's referring to a Chris Wallace interview, not even the debate. On friendly territory, on Fox News, over the weekend, Carson goes on there, and Chris Wallace says, okay, who's the first ally that you would reach out to if you're fighting against ISIS? Now, it's a friendly question. It's a softball. Just name one ally in the region. Jordan, Turkey, name an ally. It's just the easiest question in the world, right? He's like, okay. And so Armstrong has to come out afterwards. Like, he froze, but we've told him many times. You had to tell him who our allies in the Middle East are? And he's running for president, and he's in second place. But even though you try to drill it into his dumbass head, when he asked the simplest question in the world, oh, man, Jesus Christ, man. So now we go back to the New York Times explaining this. But the briefings do not always seem to sink in, Mr. Claridge acknowledged. That's his top military advisor. After Mr. Carson struggled on Fox News Sunday to say whom he would call first to form a coalition against the Islamic State, Mr. Claridge called Mr. Williams, the candidate's top advisor, in frustration. He said, quote, we need to have a conference call once a week where his guys roll out the subjects they think will be out there, and we can make him smart. Oof. When you have to try to make a candidate smart after he's already launched his campaign, you might be in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't know the first thing about the Middle East. Herman Cain might have known more than this guy. I mean, the rest of the barbarians on the Republican side look like rocket scientists compared to this guy. And the amazing thing is, he did brain surgery. You remember that old line about, not brain surgery, right? Figuring out who one of our allies in the Middle East is not brain surgery. But maybe that's the problem. He only knows brain surgery. He's like, ally, not brain surgery, don't know. Oh, you're so sad. You're so sad. Okay, finally, since Claridge came out and said the truth, they had to bury a hatchet in his back. So they come out with a statement about him. He's coming to, referring to their top military advisor, he's coming to the end of a long career of serving our country. Mr. Claridge's input to Dr. Carson is appreciated, but he's clearly not one of Dr. Carson's top advisors. For the New York Times to take advantage of an elderly gentleman and use him as their foil in this story is an affront to good journalistic practices. Before they're bragging about all his experience, once he says to them, this guy doesn't know a thing, and we can't get him to sit down to learn one thing about the Middle East or any foreign policy, they turn around like, oh, experience? We didn't mean experience. We meant he's an older gentleman. Don't take advantage of him like that. Carson's campaign is an enormous joke foisted upon the American people and the Republican Party. And by the way, Republican voters, you know how you like to get mad at the media? See, this is what the media does. They vet someone so you don't accidentally elect a complete and utter, whether it's a moron or a person who's ignorant of the issues, because that's what he is, right? Even if he's really smart in one area, he's certainly ignorant in this area. You can't put that guy in the Oval Office when he doesn't know anything about foreign policy. See, they're trying to help you. You know what that would do, Republicans, if you paid attention and cared about facts? It would help you pick a better candidate. You had 17 to choose from. So you've got plenty of candidates to choose from. It doesn't have to be him. But instead, of course, Republican voters look at this and go, oh, man, liberal media attacking him. And no, he doesn't have to know anything about the Middle East if he's going to be commander-in-chief. He doesn't have to know anything. Okay, good luck to you, brother. Good luck to you. But this is Ben Carson, and this is sad. Young Turks.